If you have clicked this video, please watch till the end. There are 5 characters in total on this whole minifigure show-off type thing. I don't know what the hell to call this show still. But if you want to know what the 5th character is, please watch to the end of this video. All of these characters were made today, so please make sure to watch this video to the end. I know it might be a little bit longer than people would like, but I'm not doing this as a live stream because it's 12:10 in the morning, so it's early or late or whatever. So anyway, on to the first character. Again, please stay till the end if you guys can. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. But if you guys want to see an important character release, be sure to stay to the very end of this video. Now, for our first character is the Ghoulie Goalie himself, Jason Voorhees. I am not sure what his middle name is, so they never actually say. So now, this is Jason from part 2. This character is not 100% done yet. As you'll see on his backside, he is patriotic. So I will fix that tomorrow. As well as his head. I'm not happy with the way his head turned out, because in part 2, Jason wears like a pillowcase or something over his head, and just one eye hole. Now that print is great, but the head just doesn't look right. So I mean, let me know. Do you guys think that this head looks right or looks good? Because my second alternative was using a Minecraft head. Which I'm already using for a special character coming tomorrow as well. So I'll do both and see which one you guys like better. I'm not 100% on this particular head, but if you guys like this head, then that's okay by me. He does have a pickaxe, just like he does in the Friday the 13th video game. Even though his main weapon in the actual movie is his hands and I believe a machete. I don't remember him actually using a pickaxe in the film. I'd have to go back and rewatch it, but I really don't want to right now. So, but I believe he does use machete the most of the movie, but the video game has him as a pickaxe, so screw it. So on to the next guy. Alright, staying in movie order, this is Jason Voorhees from part 3. Now I know he looks a little ridiculous with that tiny ass hockey mask. That will be fixed tomorrow as well. When I printed this thing off, I didn't expect it to be that small. So I will fix that tomorrow. But just like part 2's Jason, he does have a axe. Because in the Friday the 13th video game, that is the weapon assigned to this Jason. He has a basic green shirt with blue pants. And no printing on his back, because it's just a basic work shirt. Maybe at some point I'll paint like around his forearms there in a peach color. So that way it looks like his sleeves are rolled up. Just like they're supposed to. Maybe I'll put like a rubber band or something around his arm to show that his sleeve is in fact rolled up. I just have to match that color green and find the peach color that looks as close to that as possible. So I mean, this character is a little goofy right now, but trust me, that hockey mask will be much bigger the next time you see this character. And again, obviously I'll do a update on it when I do all this stuff later on. So on to the next guy. And continuing to stay in movie order, this is for Jason Voorhees from part 7, The New Blood. And this entire character design is all made by me, and yes, I can say that with pride, because none of this character exists on the web. If you just type in Lego Jason decals, this character design does not show up at all. They have parts 2 through 7 and 2 through 10, but not 7. So I guess no one has really attempted this design because of how complicated and detailed it is. There's a bunch to go on this character. I could spend an entire day telling you what all's there. Actually, not really. If you look at a picture, there may be one appearing on the screen already. But the front of his torso, he has like this chain around his neck because in part 6 they tried to drown him, or like send him to the bottom of the lake to defeat him, and he breaks free of the chain, obviously, and he now wears a chain. He has some rib detailing there from his. You can see through the shirt with his skeleton. On his face, you can see his teeth right here, because if you remember, just in this picture that is now appearing on your screen now, there is a huge chunk missing out of the side of his cheek, and you can see the rest of his teeth. So that's there as well. His hands have bony fingers, if you can see it right here. Those are actual skeleton fingers on his hand, as well as some of his forearm bones there. And a little tiny gray tear in his sleeve up there. On this character, I didn't go all out with design, but I'm pretty sure I went a little too far in certain areas. But this is definitely one of my best characters. Not as good as Evil Deadpool, but definitely in the top 5 at least. On his legs, you're probably wondering, what the hell are those white things? Those are his kneecaps, because in the first picture that was shown on screen, it shows his torn pants, and you see his bony knees. So that's what all that is. So same thing on the other side. It's just a simple flip and nothing new on the other side. His back, you can see his spine with more chain around it. So I'm going to probably redo his back because I don't like the way that looks. So I'll probably redo his back because you're supposed to see like his spine sticking out a little bit. So I'm not going to make it actually stick out, but I am going to make it look more like a spine, because that clearly does not look like a spine. But aside from that, the rest of this character is honestly one of my best characters I've ever made. I mean, I'll make the machete more silver and metallic looking instead of just gunmetal. So I'll paint his machete, maybe paint the top of his head, because his top of his head is gunmetal. Because I used Ultron's head, since I don't use Ultron anymore. Now, usually, before I came up with this trick, the legs, if they had printing on them, or custom printing like this on them, would not be able to move. But I took the leg designs over the legs by actually taking the leg off. And I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Something fell in the kitchen and it startled me. I wanted to make sure that there was, no one in the house. So also on his head, he has the axe mark from part 3. A couple other things. So I'll fix his machete, fix his head. I can't make his mask any bigger because unfortunately my computer, or the family computer, could not save this page that he was on. So I'm not sure why that happened. So this is literally like a one-time character. I can only make this character once, and I don't want to redo it again, because this character took about maybe 2.5 hours or so to design, and only about like 5 seconds to make. But it took about 2 hours or so to design, and I don't want to do that again, because this was not easy to do the first time. Most of this, believe it or not, was done with Microsoft Word and Paint. Like the arms were done in Microsoft Paint. The head was done in Microsoft Paint. Some of the other things were, the torso was designed in Microsoft Word. So if you seriously do go and research Lego Jason Voorhees decals, this design will not show up. It will show up for every other Jason except this one. So, kind of weird, but you know what? I have to say, mine is literally, what's that phrase? 1 in a million? No. One of a kind, that's what it is. So, on to the next guy. And continuing to stay in movie order, we have Part 9 Jason. This is the one when Jason gets blown all to hell, possesses people, and then in the end ends up going to hell. So this is, again, not one of my best characters. It's definitely not as good as Part 7 or Evil Deadpool or any of the sort. This is just a basic design that I found online. You can do the same thing by yourself. But the mask, just like the Part 3's, is just a little small, so I will fix that. I realized that his mask is supposed to be embedded in his face in Part 9, and I really do think that the small mask might actually look pretty decent on this particular Jason, but I will make it just a little bit bigger, just so that way it's in line with all the other Jasons. Because I only have technically 5 Jasons. I have parts 9, 2, 3, 7, and 9, and Freddy vs. Jason. And technically I have 8 because I ordered one off the internet, and it was a big waste of money. But just like the previous Jasons, he has a double-sided battle axe, because that's what they gave him in the video game. Which he has some of the best kills in the game so far. I haven't unlocked Part 4 Jason yet, but so far Part 9 has some of the best kills in the game. And some of those gruesome ones. Maybe that's just because Part 9 had very gruesome kills to begin with in the unrated version. But he has a fairly simple back. Maybe I'll add some like fleshy parts there to show that his shirt is falling apart. Maybe some scuff ups on his sleeves, because that's what he has in the video game as well. Maybe a couple of little details here and there, but nothing too major. I'm not going to sculpt an entire head for him, because in that movie he has a very big ass head. But again, he's only in the movie for like maybe 10 minutes or so. Actually, in the first 10 minutes, he's blown to hell, and he only shows up for maybe, I don't know, good 20 minutes or so of the entire film. The rest of it's just people Jason's possessed. So, on to the final and mystery character. Okay, so I realize that this is not a new character, but this is. So, yes, I finally made the Angel Rider from Ghost Rider: The Spirit of Vengeance. Now, I don't remember if this particular version of Ghost Rider is in any comic books. I am fully aware that he is in the Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider 2. And honestly, it's kind of a cool way to end that movie, to be honest. I don't care what people say. Nicolas Cage is awesome at Ghost Rider, and he's meh at Spider-Man. But I do like him as Ghost Rider, and he did a pretty decent job at Spider-Man. Now, this character does not have an actual body yet. As you can tell, this is just simply the Ghost Rider that I made to represent the original movies. Ghost Rider. I just simply took his head off. But the head for this Ghost Rider is done. Probably in movie, he's gonna have this torso or body or whatever, or I'll just simply order another one of these bodies and just take the head off and put this new head on. So as you can tell, the faces are different. This is the original Lego design. This is just one that I found online and had to do a bunch of enhancing work just to bring out the frickin' teeth, because they were like invisible with my printer. But I went ahead and enhanced it just a little bit, put some blue dots in there for his eyes, and then I just painted a Hades face, or Hades head, white, slapped on the face, and it turned into the Angel Rider. So I'm not even sure if that's the real character's name. All I know is that is what happens at the end of Ghost Rider 2. Spoilers if you haven't seen that movie. So again, let me know in the comments which character is your favorite out of the ones that you guys have seen here. In about 5 seconds or so, they should appear on screen. Okay, so out of these 5 characters, which one's y'all's favorite? My personal favorite is Part 7's Jason. Angel Rider turned out really good, and so did all the other 3, but the other 3 need new pieces and reprints. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all later on Ultimate Deadpool. Peace out. You guys are awesome. I'll see you guys all later. Bye.